picture this. You are standing with your friends, maybe holding a cup of tea.
Right. Nice hot chai.
Yeah. And you are telling a really good story. Everyone is listening to you.
Oh, I love that feeling.
It is the best feeling. You know exactly what you want to say. The thought is crystal clear in your head.
Okay, so far so good.
But then, right in the middle of your sentence, you hit a wall. Bam!
Oh, no.
The perfect English word you need just vanishes. It is totally gone.
Just deleted from your brain.
Exactly. Your brain completely freezes, and you are left standing there, mouth open, searching for a word that you definitely know.
Like you probably used that exact same word yesterday.
Yes. But right now, nothing. Just pure silence and maybe some panic.
Oh, the panic is so real here. That silence feels like it lasts for an hour.
It really does. Every second feels so long.
And you feel your face getting hot. You start thinking, my English is so bad, my brain is broken.
Which is such a horrible feeling. It feels like your own memory is betraying you.
It does, but we really need to talk about this today. Because, well, it is not a permanent failure.
Right.
It is just a tiny glitch, like a machine getting stuck for a second.
Yeah.
And this happens to literally every single human being on Earth.
Wait, everyone, even native English speakers.
Oh, absolutely everyone. So today, we are going deep into this topic. We are looking at this really great guide by two speakers, Aman and Ria.
Aman and Ria.
Yeah. Their guide is called Bridging the Fluency Gap. And they basically take this exact moment of panic and they break it down.
So they do not just say, oh, we feel bad for you.
No. They give a very specific practical toolkit, like real tools you can use to keep the conversation going when your brain just stops working.
That is exactly what we need. Because fluency is not about being perfect, right?
Exactly. It is not about never making a mistake. It is about how you recover from the mistake.
How you bounce back. I like that. But before we get into Aman and Ria's emergency tools, I think we need to understand the why.
Yes. We have to look under the hood.
Right, like a car engine. Why does the word disappear in the first place? Because if you do not understand the science, you just blame yourself.
Which is what we always do. We assume, oh, I am just not smart enough.
Yeah.
Or I did not study enough.
Which is just not true.
Yeah.
So let us talk about how the brain works here.
Uh.
Aman makes a really good point in the guide.
What does he say?
He points out something that sounds super simple. He says, speaking happens in real time.
Right.
He says, your brain has to think and speak at the exact same time.
I mean, yeah, that sounds obvious, but when you really think about it, that is incredibly hard to do.
It is huge. The amount of work your brain is doing in 1 second is crazy.
It really is one of the most complex things human beings do. So let us slow it down for everyone listening.
Okay, let us break it down.
When you want to speak, you do not just pick a ready-made sentence from a box.
Like, you do not just grab the sentence and throw it out of your mouth.
No. You start with just an idea, a feeling or a concept in your head.
Okay.
And at that moment, there are no words attached to it yet, just the idea.
Right, like the idea of being hungry.
Exactly. Then your brain has to run through this massive web of English words to find the exact match for that idea.
I always picture this like being in a giant, messy warehouse.
Uh-huh. A warehouse.
Yeah, like a huge storage room.
Yeah.
And it is completely dark. And you only have a tiny flashlight.
That is a great example.
And you are running around trying to find one specific box in this huge warehouse.
Yes. And the crazy part is, while you are running around that warehouse looking for the word, your brain is doing 3 other jobs at the same time.
Wait, really? 3 other jobs?
Yes. It is applying grammar rules. Like, it is trying to figure out if you should say he go or he goes.
Oh, right. The grammar police in your head.
Exactly. Then it has to figure out the exact sounds to make.
The pronunciation.
Yes. And then finally, your brain has to send electrical signals to your mouth, your tongue, your lips, just to make the physical sound come out.
So we're basically running 4 heavy computer programs all at once, just to say, like, I want a cup of coffee.
Exactly. And here is the worst part. You are doing all of this on a strict time limit.
It's because someone is standing right in front of you.
Yes. In writing, you do not have that pressure.
True. If I am writing an email, I can stop. I can look out the window. I can drink my water.
You can search on Google for a better word. The paper does not care. It does not judge you.
Yeah, the paper just waits. But a human being stares at you.
Exactly. The social pressure of that person waiting for you to finish your sentence creates so much stress.
The pressure is huge. And that pressure explains why the brain freezes, right?
Yes, it is the stress.
Yeah.
When you hit a roadblock, your body actually releases a stress hormone. It is called cortisol.
Cortisol, okay.
And cortisol is the enemy of memory. It literally blocks the part of your brain that finds words.
Wait, really? So the stress actually stops you from finding the word?
Yes, you forget a word, so you panic. The panic releases stress hormones, and the stress hormones shut down your memory.
Wow. It is a trap.
A total trap. You get stuck in a loop.
Ria talks about this perfectly in the guide. She says learners always blame themselves. They hit that wall, they panic, and their first thought is, I am terrible at English.
Right. They think it is a personal failure.
But Ria reminds us that native speakers do this all the time.
Think about it. Think about your own native language. If you speak Hindi, how many times do you stop mid-sentence and say, what is that word?
Oh, every single day. I will completely forget the name of a movie or a basic household item.
Exactly. But what is the difference? When you do it in Hindi, you do not feel bad about yourself.
No, not at all. I just think, oh, I'm tired today. Or I am just distracted.
You do not think, oh no, my Hindi is broken, I am a failure.
No. But yeah, I do not have a total life crisis over forgetting the word for a spoon.
Exactly. But when people speak English as a second language, they give it so much negative emotion. They think forgetting a word means they are a bad learner.
You know what it reminds me of?
What?
It is like watching a video on your phone, like on YouTube. You are watching, and suddenly the video stops, and that little circle starts spinning on the screen.
Ah, buffering.
Yes, buffering. When that happens, your first thought is not, oh my God, my phone is completely destroyed. I need to throw it in the dustbin.
Haha, right. You do not throw the phone away.
No. You just understand that the internet is a bit slow, the video is still coming, it just needs a second to download.
It is just buffering.
Exactly. The English word you forgot. It is just buffering.
I love that. I'm so glad you used the buffering example, because what do you do when a video buffers? You wait.
You just wait for a second. You have patience.
Yes. But when people think their brain is broken, they panic. And they just close the app.
They force quit.
Exactly. And in a conversation, closing the app means you stop talking entirely.
Which is the worst thing you can possibly do.
Absolute worst.
Aman and Ria say this is the #1 mistake people make. When they hit that buffer, they freeze. They stop the sentence in the middle.
Total silence.
And so the guide gives us a golden rule. The #1 rule. Whatever happens, keep the communication moving.
Yes. Do not stop.
Aman specifically says, use simple words you already know.
This is so important. We really need to change how we think about conversations. A conversation is not an English exam.
Right. It is not a test where you have to use fancy dictionary words.
No. The only goal of language is to take an idea from your brain and put it into someone else's brain. That is it.
Oh, wait, I have to ask a question here.
Yeah.
Because I know people listening are thinking this.
Sure. Ask away.
If I am in my office, right, in a professional meeting with my boss, and I forget a big professional word like infrastructure.
Okay, that is tough one.
If I just use simple words, one, I sound, I don't know, a bit foolish. People are scared they will look unprofessional if they speak like a child.
That is a very real fear. A lot of people feel that way at work. But let us think about the reality of the situation.
Okay.
You are in the meeting. You forget the word infrastructure. What looks worse to your boss?
Okay, option 1.
Option 1. You stop talking. You stare at the wall for 10 seconds in complete silence. You start sweating.
Oh, God, that sounds terrible.
Or option 2, you do not pause at all. You just smoothly say, the big systems we built,
Yeah.
and you keep going with your presentation.
Yeah, okay. When you put it like that, the 10 seconds of silence is definitely worse.
Silence screams, I am panicking.
It does. It makes everyone in the room feel uncomfortable. But using the simple phrase just keeps the train moving.
Exactly. Flow is everything. If you speak with confidence, nobody notices that you missed a big word.
That makes a lot of sense.
If you do not stop, the listener usually does not even realize you used a simpler word. And this brings us to Aman and Ria's favorite tool, the describe the word strategy.
This is so good. Basically, if you do not know the name of the thing, just describe what the thing does.
Yes. Talking around the missing piece.
Ria gives a really funny example in the guide. She says, if you forget the word umbrella, you do not just stand in the rain crying.
No, you don't.
You say to your friend, hey, bring that thing we use when it rains.
And your friend instantly knows what you mean.
Exactly. Because human communication is amazing. People are smart. Listeners are actively trying to understand you.
Yes. They want to help you. They are not waiting for perfect vocabulary.
My favorite story from the guide is when Ria is talking about forgetting basic words. Because sometimes stress makes you forget the easiest words in the world.
Oh, absolutely. The brain just drops them.
So Ria says she was at a table eating, and she completely forgot the English word for fork
A fork. A word she has used 1,000 times.
1,000 times.
Yeah.
But the panic hit, the buffer started spinning, and the word was gone.
So what did she do? Did she freeze?
No. Amon asked her what she did, and she said she just pointed at the table and asked for the thing for eating noodles.
A thing for eating noodles. That is brilliant.
It is so funny, right?
It is.
If we are at a restaurant and you ask me for the thing for eating noodles, I am instantly giving you a fork, and we will probably laugh about it.
Yes, and the communication was 100% successful. You bypassed the roadblock.
You completely went around the traffic jam in your brain.
Because your brain is amazing.
Yeah.
If the direct road to the word fork is closed, you can take a side road. You use the road for eating and the road for noodles.
That is a huge relief. It means the pressure is not completely on me to be perfect.
Yeah.
The listener's brain is helping me solve the puzzle.
Exactly. It is teamwork.
Okay, let's actually play a quick game just to show people how easy this is.
Oh, a game. I love games. How do we play?
I am going to think of a simple, everyday object, but I will pretend my brain froze and I forgot the word. I'm going to describe it using simple words, and you have to guess what it is.
Okay, I'm ready. Give me the first one.
Okay, I need the machine that makes my wet hair dry.
A hairdryer.
Yes, see? Easy. Okay, number 2. Where is the big cold box in the kitchen where we keep the milk?
Uh-huh. The fridge. Refrigerator.
2. Correct. Okay, last one. Can you pass me the paper you use when you have a cold and your nose is running?
A tissue.
Exactly. See.
That was fun, and it proves the point perfectly. You did not use the exact words, but I understood you instantly every single time.
Right. The big cold box sounds a little silly, but it works. The flow did not stop.
And that is the goal. But, sometimes you do not want to describe the word.
I mean,
Sometimes it is not an object. Sometimes it is a feeling or a business idea. And the perfect English word is in your head. It is right there. You just need 3 seconds to find it.
oh yes. I hate that. You just need a tiny bit of time. But how do you stall for time? Like, how do you pause without sounding weird?
Most people just go, Like,
Which sounds like a broken robot.
exactly. So Aman and Ria give us the next tool. They call it filler phrases.
Filler phrases. Okay, what are those?
They are short, ready-made sentences that buy you time. Things like, let me think, or how can I explain this?
Oh, I see.
Or what I'm trying to say is,
But wait, in school, my English teacher told me never to use filler phrases. They said it is bad English.
yes, traditional classes hate these phrases, but they are teaching you how to write an essay, not how to talk to a human being.
That makes total sense.
In real spontaneous speech, these phrases are lifesavers. They are not garbage words. They are signals.
Signals to the other person.
Yes. When you say, how can I explain this? You are telling the listener, hey, I am still talking. Do not interrupt me. I am just thinking.
It is like putting up a do not disturb sign in the conversation.
That is a great way to put it.
It is like driving a car. You are not turning the engine off. You are just putting the car in neutral for a second. You are still running, just not moving forward.
Exactly. And the best part is, these phrases take zero brain power to say.
Because you've practiced them so many times.
Yes. Your mouth just says, what I'm trying to say is on autopilot. And while your mouth is busy saying that, your brain gets 2 free seconds to search the warehouse for the missing word.
Wow! That is such a cool mental hack. You distract the listener with a nice phrase while your brain does the heavy lifting in the background.
Exactly. It is all about managing the time.
But Aman points out something else in the text. A deeper reason why our brains run out of power in the first place.
Yes, the translation trap.
The translation trap. This is the biggest problem for everyone learning English. Aman says plainly, another reason people get stuck is translation.
It is the biggest speed breaker in language learning.
It really is. The guide says if you want to speak fast, you have to think directly in English. You have to stop translating from your mother tongue like Hindi.
Yes, the less you translate, the easier speaking becomes.
But I feel like saying stop translating is like telling an angry person to calm down. It does not work. It is so hard to just turn off your native language.
It is incredibly hard because your brain grew up mapping the world in Hindi.
Right, so why is skipping translation so important for speed? Why does translation slow us down so much?
Think about that real-time pressure we discussed earlier. Translation forces your brain to do double the work. It makes you a simultaneous interpreter.
Like those people at the United Nations who translate live. That job is exhausting.
It is. Let us look at what your brain does when you translate. First, you get an idea. Then you build the whole sentence in Hindi.
Okay, step 1, Hindi sentence.
Then you have to look at each Hindi word, search your brain, and find the English word for it.
So you are swapping the words one by one.
Yes. But wait, it gets worse. Because Hindi grammar and English grammar are totally different.
Oh yeah, the sentence structure is backwards sometimes.
Exactly. So you cannot just swap the words. You have to break the Hindi sentence apart, move the English words into a new order, fix the verbs, and then finally try to speak.
Oh my God, just hearing you describe it makes me feel tired. That is a massive traffic jam in the brain.
It really is.
Yeah.
You are pushing too much information through a very small pipe. Of course, your brain freezes.
You are asking your brain to do way too much. It is going to crash.
So when Aman and Ria say think in English, they mean you need to connect the English word directly to the picture in your head.
Okay, give me an example of that.
Let us take the word apple. If you translate, your brain goes from the word apple to the Hindi word seb and then to the picture of the red fruit.
Right. Apple, seb, red fruit. 3 steps.
But if you think in English, you connect the word apple directly to the picture of the red fruit. You cut out the middleman entirely.
So even if I only know a few hundred English words, it is still faster to access them directly than to translate from my huge Hindi vocabulary.
Yes, it is like taking a direct flight. A direct flight on a small airplane is always faster than a massive airplane that makes you stop and change planes for 6 hours.
Translation is like a 6-hour layover in your own mind. I love that.
If you stop translating, you free up so much brain power. And you can use that power to actually enjoy the conversation.
Okay, so that shift in thinking is huge. It really is the difference between struggling and actually having fun talking.
Absolutely.
We've spent a lot of time on what to do in the moment. The emergency tricks.
Yes. Do not panic. Describe the word, use filler phrases, and stop translating.
But Aman and Ria do not stop there. They move to the long game because nobody wants to use emergency tricks every single day forever.
Right. You want to fix the engine so the car stops breaking down.
How do we upgrade our brains so this buffering stops happening all the time?
This is where they challenge how most of us learned English in school. The guide says vocabulary should not be built just by memorizing.
Yes. Ria says it so clearly. She says, learn words through conversations, not memorization alone.
And that goes against everything we did in high school.
Seriously. I still have nightmares about those endless vocabulary lists. Rada murring 30 words for a test on Friday.
Ratamar, exactly. Rote memorization. And it is completely useless for speaking in real life.
Why is it useless? I mean, I remembered them for the test.
Yes, for the test. But science shows that if you just memorize isolated words on a list, your brain deletes them super fast, sometimes within a few hours.
It is true. By Monday, I forgot everything I learned on Friday. It is like trying to memorize the phone book.
Right. You might remember a number for 5 minutes, but unless you know the person, it is gone.
So how does the brain actually want to learn words?
The brain is a pattern machine. It loves context. It wants a web, not a list. When you stare at a flashcard that says umbrella equals chhatri, you make one very weak memory.
Just a single thin thread.
Yes. But Aman says you should learn from context. From podcasts, stories, and daily conversations.
Because then the word has a story attached to it.
Exactly. If you learn a word while watching an exciting movie, your brain remembers the word, the actor's face, the emotion of the scene, and the music.
So the word gets stuck in your brain with all these different hooks.
Yes. It builds a strong network.
And later, when I am in a meeting and I need that word, I do not just have one weak flashcard memory. I have 10 different ways to find it in my brain.
It makes your memory much stronger. It moves words from passive memory words you understand when you hear them to active memory words you can actually speak out loud.
Okay, this sounds great, but I know people are thinking, I don't have time to watch English movies or listen to podcasts for 3 hours a day.
And you do not have to. The guide gives us a very simple, easy habit.
Yeah, Ria gives this rule. The more words you see, the more words you remember. She focuses on reading.
Reading is like magic for language learning. It gives your brain lots of context in a very low-pressure way.
But the best part is Aman's advice on this. He does not tell you to read a huge, boring textbook.
No, not at all.
He says that even just 10 minutes of reading a day can improve your vocabulary. Just 10 minutes.
10 minutes a day is so powerful.
That makes it so easy. Anyone can find 10 minutes.
It is the power of small habits. 10 minutes might just be a few pages of a story, but if you do it every single day,
Over a month, that is hundreds of minutes of reading.
and over a year, you are exposing your brain to thousands and thousands of words in natural sentences.
It is like slowly cleaning up that messy warehouse in your brain, putting all the words in the right boxes,
Yes. And because it is only 10 minutes, you can do it while drinking chai in the morning.
or sitting on the bus, or right before sleeping. It is not an exhausting study session.
Consistent short practice is actually scientifically better for your brain than studying for 5 hours once a week.
Really?
Yes. Short daily practice physically makes the connections in your brain fire faster.
Oh, wow. This whole conversation really changes how we should look at fluency. Let us quickly recap everything for the listeners.
Yes, let us put all the tools together.
Step 1. Unlearn the panic. When your brain freezes, you are not stupid. Your English is not broken. Your brain is just buffering because it is doing too much at once.
Exactly. Give yourself a second.
Step 2. The golden rule. Whatever you do not stop talking. Keep the flow moving.
If you forget an exact word, describe it. The thing for eating noodles, people will understand you.
Step 3. Buy some time. Use filler phrases like, what I'm trying to say is, let your mouth talk while your brain searches for the word.
Step 4. Stop the translation trap. Do not translate from Hindi. Connect English words straight to the picture in your head.
And finally, the long game. Throw away the boring vocabulary lists. Read something interesting for just 10 minutes every day to build a strong network of words.
What Aman and Ria are really telling us is that we have to stop trying to be perfect.
That is the best takeaway from this whole deep dive. Fluency is not knowing every single word in the dictionary.
Not at all. Fluency is just being able to share your ideas with confidence, even if it is not flawless.
You do not need perfect English to connect with people. You just need to keep trying and keep moving forward when you make a mistake.
It makes you realize how hard we are on ourselves.
We really are. So as we wrap up today, I want to leave everyone listening with a final thought. Something to think about the next time you talk to someone.
I love a good final thought.
Next time you are talking, maybe at work or with a friend, and your brain completely forgets a word, notice what you do.
Pay attention to that little voice in your head.
Yes. Notice how quickly that voice calls you stupid. Notice how fast you judge yourself.
Yeah.
And then ask yourself this one question.
What is the question?
How often do you judge a native speaker for doing the exact same thing?
Oh, wow. That is a great point.
If your friend is speaking Hindi and they say, Ari, what is that word? Do you call them stupid?
Never. You just wait, or you help them find the word.
Exactly. You give them total patience. You give them grace. So maybe true fluency does not start when you finally memorize the dictionary.
No, it doesn't.
Maybe true fluency begins the exact moment you give yourself permission to be just as imperfect as everybody else.
That is beautifully said.
Give yourself a break, keep talking, and enjoy the conversation.